Okay, so I wanted to talk about tasks and the importance of tasks. So this is the home screen. This is a task menu right here. So tasks let you basically know exactly what you need to do and when you need to do it. As you can see, I am way overdue on a lot of these. So let's just go into, follow up with seller on blind offer, follow up with seller about seeing their house. Let's go here. Okay, so this is somebody that called in a bit ago, got all the information from them, and basically I had Uh, um, so I'm needing to figure out what the renovation cost would be before submitting an offer. Um, so that is, so my plan is to follow up with the seller about their house. Um, Now, the people that we are actively or inactively um, following up on, I guess not so much inactively, but the people that we are actively following up on always has to have a task. Because if they don't have a current task, an active task, then they kind of get lost in the shuffle. There's a lot of sellers in here, and the only way that I have found to stay active on on the ones and not lose track of the ones that you're currently working on is to keep an active uh, task on them. So even for people that you give them an offer and they say um, no, or maybe follow up with me in a couple months, create a task and have that follow up be in a couple months. So to create a task, you click on create task, enter a task. You're going to do say follow up, or let's just put like 2 month follow up, and then you'll do that for 2 months. So right then. Then whatever time you're gonna give them a call. I usually start my calls at 9 o'clock, so that's by default. If I'm going to be calling people, it'll be 9 o'clock. Um, so that's how you create a task. I'm gonna go ahead and create or delete this one here. I'll go back into it and delete it. So anybody that you're following up on has to have a task, some kind of open task associated with them. Um, so say for, there we go, 3 month follow-up on a house to see if it's listed. So I see if this house is still listed on the MLS, a multiple listing service. If it is, then great. I could submit an offer or whatever my plan was. I think I was going to submit an offer. I was going to let the house season on the multiple listing service for a little bit, and if there wasn't any offer, then I would probably submit an offer. Um, so say I give them a call, submit an offer, they like it, then great, I'm going to um, click that as complete. I'm going to just check that. And then I'm going to immediately create another task that says meet with seller to get contract signed, or meet with or um, blast it out to your buyers if I do have it under contract. Um, but just I can't stress enough that anyone that you're actively following up on or that has a 1 week, 2 week, 2, 3, 4 month, 6 month follow-up has to have an active task. Because again, if they don't have an active task, they get lost. And we don't want these people to get lost because, well, marketing money or the marketing expenses is expensive, and this is how uh, business is generated through these leads. So if the only time that somebody should not have an open check mark or have all of the tasks checked off is when we are no longer following up on them. So dead, no more follow up, or they say take me off your list, and we're not going to be following up with them anymore. But that's pretty much the only time that that somebody's not going to have a task. Um, okay. So basically, when this is just going to be your day-to-day stuff is you're going to need to get through all these tasks throughout the day, and then it'll show what's coming up. So usually on people that call in, and then try to give them a call back if they left a voicemail. If I end up leaving a message, I'll put to follow up with them again in 2 to 3 days, just kind of using your own discretion. Um, if just trying to think of some other common tasks that I put on there. Um, so of course we're any kind of analysis. So you just got done talking to a person. Um, then you can put then you can mark down call new seller lead as done, and then immediately you create another one saying analyze the property or whatever it is that you're going to end up doing with the person. Now you can set that task for the next day, 2 days, whatever it is. Just make sure that you have an open task, or that you have a task created for them. And then, like I just mentioned, the task is going to act um, as just your daily to-do list. Now, of course, people calling in will take precedence over working on the tasks, but this is just going to serve as your outline for what to do.